All right, so the dust is kind of settled, maybe not really, about the Jaguar rebrand fiasco that every designer and marketer had to chime in on. And I know I tapped into it even though we're a restaurant focused agency. But here's the thing, there's a lot to learn from this. Jaguar is a very well known brand that's been around for a very long time. During that time, it has built a lot of brand equity within its identity. And I think it's important to understand what an identity actually does for a brand, specifically restaurant brands. An identity is simply the face, whether it's visual or the voice, if it's verbal, all the things that essentially present a brand to the world around it to help people notice it, help people categorize it in their brain, and help people remember it. It's really those three things. And so for Jaguar, this brand has lost a lot of traction within the market because what's behind it? Brands are merely just a representation of the product and the services themselves. So if you have a poor product or service, a visual identity or a verbal identity is only going to take you so far. And I think that's really the learnings here. There's really nothing in the way to stop Jaguar from doing anything because the question remains to be seen, what is a Jaguar anymore? No one really knows. It's lost its traction as luxury in this mix of higher luxury vehicles. It certainly doesn't have the quality. I mean, the stories about Jaguar's quality are easy to find on the web. So you have poor quality, you're not living up to the luxury, no one really knows how to categorize you, and you can easily see how this translates to restaurants. As a restaurant brand, essentially there are two things that you are offering people at the very base level. You're offering them the convenience of making you food when you don't have time to do it yourself, or you're offering a food that you can't easily make at home. Now, how you actually deliver on that moving forward as a brand gets into the nuances of the type of food, the style, the chef, the quality, the pricing, and all that other stuff. But when you don't have a very clear basis of what your product is or what makes you different, then you can't easily get people to categorize it in their brain. And that's the key to success at the very root. I, as a consumer, need to understand when your restaurant brand means something to me. So if I'm in a hurry and I don't care about quality and I don't want to spend a lot of money, well, guess what? McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, they may start to be my options. If I'm going out with my wife, my significant other, if it's time to have a lovely dinner, those three options aren't on the table at all. I'm looking at something higher quality. Now, to what scale is to be determined, but if I don't know that your brand stands for that, or if your brand makes the critical mistake of actually trying to be everything to everyone, then you're going to fail out. And no identity rebrand, no new advertising campaign is going to actually sustain success for long. Maybe you get a blip, maybe you don't. But the real root of the problem is in the product and the service and how that fits into people's everyday lives. So from the Jaguar perspective, that's what you should take away. Figure out, are you being more convenient? Are you making it easy to buy from you? Especially if you're a fast service restaurant. That goes into quality of products. Can you get it to us for a less expense? Can you get it to us faster and actually adhere to the way people want to order from you today? And that all is all about digital experience, whether it's on the .com, a fully integrated experience, or if it's on the mobile phone, or if it's a kiosk, or even the drive-thru. All these things have to be reconsidered, and simply phoning it in and setting it and forgetting it is not going to work any longer. You have to pay attention here. And then once you actually have the substance, once you actually have reasons to believe your claims of being very convenient, high value, or on the other side, easy to order, not interrupted during meals, high quality food, fantastic service. Once you have these in place, a brand can then express that to people effectively and honestly. That way people create the connections. I'll leave you with this. The best way to think about a brand and its identity is humanizing it. The brand itself is the person. It's everything they stand for. It's their personality. It's the way they act. It's the way they talk. And then yes, it's the clothes they wear, which in this case can easily be a brand identity. So before you start putting pen to paper to rebrand a legacy brand, stop. Take a look at what that brand has become. Where are the biggest complaints? How can you fix them? How can you integrate better solutions so people can get their food either more conveniently or a higher quality, whatever the people are asking for? fix the product first and then put the face on. If Jaguar had done that, then maybe this would be a different topic, because they'd be expressing something that's worth looking into and something that can be believable. So for restaurant brands, before you start investing in huge ad campaigns and rebrands and all this, take stock of what the real root of the issues are and fix them. And usually that has to do with being behind the times in technology integration as well as digital experience. Sorry, I hate to make everything look like a nail, but it really is in this case. Make your digital experience easy to use, lovely to use, make it something that they want to use over and over again, and you will start to see traction forward, and then put a refreshed identity over top of it. That's how you win with rebranding. Thanks for tuning in. Please share this, and I would love to hear your comments. Until next time, cheers.